फ्लाइट सडनली चलती चलती रुक के टर्न अराउंड हो गई। आणि ये प्लेन है आते हुए, ये प्लेन ऐसे घूम गया 2-2.5-3 मिनट तक ऐसे ही चलता रहा। 15-20 पैसेंजर्स को चोट आई है, किसी का सर फटा है, किसी के बेबी को चोट आई है, मेरी लोअर बैक गई है।
कहाँ से कहाँ आप लोग आ रहे थे फ्लाइट
सर फुकेट से दिल्ली आ रहे थे।
क्या हुआ फ्लाइट में, कितने फीट पे थे उस समय और क्या हुआ?
सर मेरे को फीट तो आई एम नॉट पायलट। हम आ रहे थे, 1-1.5 घंटा हुआ था फ्लाइट को। सुबह अर्ली मॉर्निंग का टाइम था, हम सो ही रहे थे फ्लाइट के अंदर। फ्लाइट सडनली चलती चलती रुक के टर्न अराउंड हो गई। और ये मानिए ये प्लेन है आते हुए, ये प्लेन ऐसे घूम गया 2-2.5-3 मिनट तक ऐसे ही चलता रहा, ऐसे ही चलता रहा।
वो निकल गए। अच्छा,
हाँ जी।
उसमें क्या लगता है?
15-20 पैसेंजर्स को चोट आई है, किसी का सर फटा है, किसी के बेबी को चोट आई है, मेरी लोअर बैक गई है। मेरा भाई है, उसका शोल्डर गया, उसकी बैक गई, उसके कान का पर्दा तक फट चुका है। अभी एमएलसी जो रिपोर्ट बनेगी आपको पता चल जाएगा।
कितने लोग थे उसमें फ्लाइट में तकरीबन?
सर मेरे को फ्लाइट लोड तो पता नहीं, 100 से तो ज्यादा ही लोग थे फ्लाइट में।
सभी को चोटें आई?
80%, 70 to 80% लोगों को चोट आई है। जिनको नहीं आई उनकी माइनर कंकशन और ये सब तो है ही।
अभी अब आप लोग क्या एक्शन लेंगे?
सर वील गो विद फुल लीगल पावर, वील डू आवर केसेस, जिसको जो केस करना है इंडिया के अगेंस्ट हम 100% एक्शन लेंगे।
लग तो वही रहा है।
What happened in the flight? Can you give us a little bit of detail, like what sort of turbulence was there?
Yeah, it was flight normal, and in one times the flight is start to have a big turbulence. I saw my sister fly to the up, and my mother knocked in the head behind. My phone flight away. I just found after when we arrived in Delhi. People behind me was very injury, very bad. One other guy was all blood in their face. So it was horrible. I thought to die actually. I thought in my eyes they die.
So, who was the patient that was taken by the ambulance? He was with you?
Repeat.
Was he with you? The patient that was taken by ambulance just now?
Was my mother.
She
Yeah, it
your
was.
mother?
Yeah, she knocked
she
here.
knocked her head. What happened? She knocked her head.
She's knocked strongly the head. Yes.
Okay. And so now, how are you feeling? It's been hours. Now, are you feeling any better after the incident?
Actually not, because was very big scared. All the flight I was shaking and I was crying. So now it's a bit okay, but was horrible. Was very horrible. My eye, for example, to me, I cannot hear well. I think from the page pressure, so I'm not feeling very well right now. So was very, very scared. I was thinking to die. Everybody.
लग तो वही रहा है Firstly, it is a very misfortunate event in aviation. The passengers who are going to their journey for comfort and leisure also have to keep in mind safety aspect of aviation, for which the cabin crew, the pilots and the entire Air India is responsible. The first line of sight, which is the pilot, should have informed the cabin through a seat belt sign on. That is the first action which the pilot takes. Thereafter, the pilot is supposed to inform the cabin crew, and as per protocol, the cabin crew is supposed to do a round in the cabin and to ensure that the seat belts are kept on by all the passengers and give a clearance to the pilot that the cabin is secure. In the haste of events, as we can see that either the SOP or the protocol was not followed. If it was followed, the passengers did not follow the instructions properly, which led to this catastrophe. And we must understand, for the sake of viewers, this is the case of severe turbulence. There are categories of turbulence: light, medium, high, severe. In case of severe turbulence, the autopilot of the aircraft also disengages. The pilot is unable to reach the controls of the aircraft. It can be life-threatening, and in this case, we have seen that there are serious casualties. Eyewitness account says head injuries, which is very serious in aviation, and I'm sure the Directorate General of Civil Aviation will constitute a committee and look into the incident.
We saw the sound bites of the passengers who were on board, so they are the eyewitness in fact, sir. They are saying that we saw sudden altitude change and we saw a turn around of the aircraft, sir. How can be that possible, sir?
You see, it is at this juncture difficult to say the flip or the turnover or the inverted flight. However, I can say with all my experience that this is an Airbus A320 or A321 aircraft. The laws of the aircraft protect inverted flight. However, the eyewitness account, like you very rightly said, would have been so disturbing, so traumatic, that the passenger is feeling as if he is inverted. He might have banged his head straight into the ceiling, which led the reverse flow of blood, the passenger getting confused. From, as I said, it is a trauma for the passengers and for in the entire cabin crew. It is very sad to say that the cabin crew has also suffered injury. So it is difficult to say that the aircraft got inverted, but can be due to weather-related phenomena or a case of clear air turbulence.
What, according to you, can be a solid reason for this? We know the investigation will go on, and we'll see a report on this as well, sir. But what, according to you, can be a solid reason for this, sir?
See, we first have to understand the Southeast Asia weather is one of the most dangerous weather in terms of, the cloud activity. Also, standard operating procedures, if they were followed correctly, recommend that the seatbelt signs would have been on at that particular moment. However, if it is a case of clear air turbulence, then the pilot should have received further instructions. There is something called as NOTAM, Notice to Airmen, or PIREP, which is a pilot report, which other pilot who are flying in that vicinity should have filed. This is a matter of investigation, and as we get close to the real outcome, we shall be able to get to the root cause of the situation.